dude. Thank you so much for taking time out of your morning to jump on a show, man. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're fighting J.D. Burns June 29th at Reign Fighting Championships. He's a tough opponent. How's training going?
Training's been going really well. I've been working real hard for a long time, so everything's going just as planned. So
sweet, man. Do you train specifically for your opponents, or do you kind of have a generic training regimen that you do?
My training is pretty generic until I get real close. Yeah, I guess it's pretty specific too. I mean, it goes both ways. So
awesome. And how do you see the fight playing out?
I see me definitely finishing the fight either early or taking him into deep water. Yeah, I'm real confident. So
very cool. I mean, you're on fire right now. I mean, I think if Tapology is correct, you lost your first pro fight, but you're on a 4-fight win streak.
That is true.
Your total time in those 4 fights is only 21 minutes and 4 seconds, which is just crazy. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
What things did you change in your kind of fight game after you had that first loss?
You know, I just kind of more mental than anything. I just kind of growing up, you know, I got into this a little bit late, just the experience, you know. I also, you know, got over at Brian Johnson's working my hands over there and working with some good guys as far as wrestling and ground goes with Josh Calvo. So things are going really well.
That's awesome, man. How did you get the nickname The Snake?
My grandpa used to call me Jake the Snake growing up.
Okay.
And then it just kind of took off from there. And
awesome.
I'm a long and lanky guy, so it just kind of stuck.
Very cool. I saw a post that you did, and I think you reshared it, but back in 2014, you actually had your orbital fractured in 2 places and fractured your jaw, right?
Yeah.
That is crazy. And that happened in the first round of a fight. You ended up coming back and winning that fight?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
That was actually one of my first fights ever. And that actually helped me remember because a lot of people ask me how long I've been fighting. And it's such a blur. It's hard to remember sometimes. So seeing that, I was like, oh, it's been about 5 years. So I've been fighting for about 5 years. And that was my first one. And it was rough.
Yeah, for sure, man. What was going through your mind when that fracture happened? Did you know that it happened in the first round? You're just like, I'm going to keep going?
Nah, I didn't know. I was,
okay.
The first round ended. I went to the corner and I was like, something's wrong. Like, we got to stop. And my corner was like, dude, you got it. So, because I was putting the whooping on him. So, I was like, all right, we'll keep going.
Yeah, I mean, most fighters would have just called it quits, especially that early in the career, having that big of a damage done. What drove you to get back in the cage?
I don't know, just a love for the sport. I love to fight. I love to perform, man. I like to get out in front of a bunch of people and just put on a show. That's what it's all about for me. The crowd, the people, that's my thing. So I feed off of that pressure and that energy. It's amazing. So.
That's awesome, man. Why did you get started in MMA and decide to ultimately turn pro?
Well, I started wrestling at a young age, and I love to compete, like I said. Okay. And that's why I showed up one day and started doing it, and I was like, man, I really like this, and I like to protect myself. So it's been a great journey, and we're just getting started. So
come on, man. What did your family think when you told them that you wanted to be a professional fighter?
My parents weren't for it at first. When I was younger, like 17, 18, or 17, 16, 17, I was really wanting to do it, and my mom was not having it. So I had to wait till I was 18, and then I started kind of getting into it. So.
Okay. That's
my
awesome,
mom's
man.
protective. She still has a little bit of a hard time watching, but she's getting better. I mean, this is my 17th fight, so
wow. Okay, man, that's awesome. And you've posted videos and photos of you balancing on this like tightrope. Fighting is such like a mental game as well as is it a physical game. Does that help you in the mental side of things?
A little bit, I guess. I mean, it's more just fun, doing something else, you know. And you'd be surprised. That stuff's hard, and it works a lot of different like muscles. It's really cool. So
yeah, it looks awesome. I don't think I could do it, man. So that's
it takes awesome, some practice. Man. It takes some practice.
And you kind of mentioned this earlier, but how do you train for your fights mentally? I mean, you said that the mental game is kind of a big thing for you.
You know, I just get myself ready and confident, and you know, training hard helps me. Builds that confidence. You know, you put in that work, and then you come in confident about your ability, and you train with the right guys and keep the right group of people around you, and usually comes together well. So
that's awesome, man. Awesome.
A lot of it I can't really explain, you know.
Yeah, for sure, man. Braver than I like to watch the fights and be on this side of the cage. So thank you for getting in there and doing your thing, man. Care to do some rapid fire questions real quick for you?
Yeah, let's go.
So favorite band or favorite type of music that you listen to?
I like rap and reggae.
Okay, nice, man. And it looks like you have an awesome dog. What's the dog's name?
His name's Bo. He's right
Bo.
There.
Nice. Do you have a favorite fighter?
Yeah, Nick Diaz.
Come on, man. I wish that he would come back to the cage, man.
Me too, but he's probably not gonna.
yeah, absolutely. I'm a big fan of Donald Cerrone too.
Oh, I like Cerrone too.
When you're not fighting, what are you doing for fun, man?
Working out.
Okay.
I like to, I like to be outside. I fish. I do a lot of fishing. Hunting, not so much anymore, just because training takes away, the time that you have to actually put in to be successful to do that. So
Yeah.
I just fish and hang out with my family and enjoy my life.
Yeah. Awesome,
Enjoy
man. Last question for you. Who wins, Cowboy Cerrone or Tony Ferguson?
Cowboy.
Cowboy for sure, dude.
That's my guy too. So.
Yeah. Absolutely, man. Well, I also want to give you an opportunity to give a shout out to, coaches, gyms, sponsors, anybody like that. Make sure they got a shout out on the video there for you.
I mean, everybody that's with me, I appreciate everybody. I got my coach, Brian Johnson, Josh Calvo, Cauliflower Culture, Northwest Sports Medicine, Michael Stedman Properties. Those guys just sponsored me. Those guys are helping me out with this camp also. So just everybody that's behind me. I got a good group of people. That's my team that's taking care of me. So
awesome. Well, again, Jake, thanks so much for taking time out of your day to jump on the show real quick. Appreciate it, man.
Anytime. Thank you so much for having me. Oh, that was easy, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching the show. Please subscribe to our channel. Would really appreciate that. If you could please give us a follow on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter as well. And please check back. We're always bringing on awesome people for the Top Rated MMA Show and entrepreneurs, world changers, and success-minded people for the Bearded Biz Show. Thanks so much. Have an awesome day.